The MCW 6.8 is the biggest and final entry into the MCW family tree. In its base form as a marksman rifle, it's pretty middle of the pack in terms of its performance, but if you add the aftermarket parts kit that turns it to full auto, it actually gets pretty good in my opinion. The full auto conversion lowers its damage, but if you hit the upper head and chest multipliers, it'll still be a 3-shot kill at pretty much most distances. With the conversion kit, the rate of fire is actually higher than the Sidewinder, which means on average it actually has a better kill than the already fully automatic Sidewinder, which doesn't surprise me. The Sidewinder isn't that good. Other than the conversion kit, we'll talk about the other attachments in a second. I upload every day to this channel. Leave that like and sub down below if you enjoy the class or the video, but let's talk about the attachments. So first and foremost, the elephant in the room and the entire premise of this video, the aftermarket parts kit. You have to do an extra challenge to unlock it, but once you do, you get the MCW 6.8 full auto conversion kit. What's not listed here, and you don't find out until you try to equip the attachment, is that even though there are magazine attachments and it lets you put them on the weapon, you're not actually allowed to use them. So even though I have on the 60-round drum magazine attachment, and you can see that it is equipped, the rounds are still 20 because you're not allowed to have this on, but it doesn't block you from putting it on, just throwing it out there. Next up for me is the optic slot, the Mark III reflector. It's precision sight picture. You can use whichever optic you want. I just feel like this is the best one. Going to the laser, a pretty standard attachment for me at this point, the FSSLV laser. Aiming stability is really nice because this gun kicks a lot whenever it's full auto, but the aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed are kinda needed with how slow this gun is. For the underbarrel, I have on the FTAC MSP98 hand stop, aim, walking speed, vertical recoil control, gun kick control, then movement speed, and then finally for me the muzzle, the BVM338 muzzle, vertical and horizontal recoil control. If you couldn't guess it, this is where most of our recoil control is going to come from because you kinda need it. Whenever I started leveling this weapon up, I was hoping for a little bit more because I was really banking on using the 60-round mag, but we're pretty limited on what we're actually allowed to do to this weapon, so if you want to do other stuff, you could probably take off the reflector and use a stock or a rear grip to speed up the aim down sight, and you just straight up cannot put on a magazine attachment. So these are the 4 attachments and the conversion kit that I had on.
Hardpoint. Secure the target area.
Swear to just put me into a fucking match that isn't in progress, bro.
Target area up. Move to the hard.
Like, fucking why? The technology fucking exists. I know it does.
Perimeter.
I've got your back!
Secure the
Don't
lead.
shoot me!